Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Steron from CZT Shelley Cox. So this is it's a neat tangle, and there are two ways that she shares with us how to do it. The first way, I'm going to do it in a row. So today is Thursday, the time of this recording. We had fun, fun-ish. Yeah, we had fun with this on our Tangle Time session. I have some incomplete work, but I'll show you anyway. So this can be a border, and we'll show that one first. I'm going to go straight across. So it starts off with some orbs, and let's see. I'm going to go down here. And I am not worrying how many I have because there are ways that we can deal with that. They probably should be a little further apart, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's all good. Okay. And I say that because you do one row, and then, because essentially it's two rows, but the second row, and let me flip my tile here, we want the second row kind of to be alternating. So I'm kind of eyeballing and putting it in between. I was thinking I could have done this bigger, but it is what it is. It's all good. I think you can, yes, you can see. All right. Then, and it doesn't matter which direction you start. And also let me throw in, if you've done the Tangle Huggins, there are a lot of similarities, especially in the stroke with that tangle. So I'm just going to start here. Like I said, it doesn't matter where you start. And we're going to use the take off and land concept. So, and that is, I trace around this a little bit. You know what? I'm going to move from, that is a little bit thick. Okay. We're going to we trace around one orb. That's the takeoff, kind of like a runway. And so we take off here, and then we're going to land on the other orb, and then same thing where we kind of trace over a little bit. So we're going on the outer edge to the outer edge. And where did I say I was going to start here? Okay, so like that. It kind of looks like an old phone handset. All right, so in this one, I have the curve line curving towards the left side, but we're going to do another one coming from the same orb, but going to this side, and it's going to be pointing to the right. I'm going to turn my tile so that way it's more comfortable for my hand. We highly encourage you do that. And like so. Looking at it this way, we end up making kind of like triangles. So then next step, and again, continue to turn your tile so it's comfortable. Also utilizing, planting the heel of your hand here so that way you can use that natural curve that happens. So what's going to happen is, let me just reiterate. So we started here. Curve line is going to this side. This one is going in the opposite direction. This one is going to go opposite direction of this. So back kind of where we started. And so like that. And we are alternating the direction of these. So we're really creating these. However, I forgot what. They also look like mushroom tops. I was trying to think what else that we came up with, but it looks like either an incomplete A or a V, but we're alternating them like this. So now I'm going to jump over here, and same thing, and it's easy just to think, okay, I'm going to connect these two, and it's going to go opposite this direction. So like that, and then just remembering, okay, this one had the two lines coming from it, so now on the opposite side, we'll do the same thing. I like to also throw a number of analogies out to see what sticks. They stick differently with different people, so that's why I throw out a lot of them. Okay, and then this one is going to be a partial. And I just want to, I have to kind of look twice just to make sure I'm, yeah, and then this one, yeah. I was feeling like, it's like, well, that's off at an awful weird angle. And then if I put this one here, it's like, no, opposite, right? Top, bottom, top. This one. So if I had extra room, this one's going to go just off of the page like so. All right. So yours should be looking something like this. Then we're going to, these open ends, more curved lines. I'm going to start with these shapes. So we're going to essentially make triangles, interesting triangles out of them. And again with a curved line. And this too is where it's similar to Huggins, where we don't cross the lines. Although if I did it underneath it, it wouldn't be crossing lines, so that analogy probably isn't that good. At least for this one. But here, so we've done all of these, making these little triangles. Then we have these openings. This one we're going to go underneath. And then just kind of, well, even if you do the takeoff and land, you're still hitting that orb. So it's not completely crossing the line. But if I was to do it this way, you see where that would cross these lines, and that we won't do. Now this one you will have like this. So, because when we were looking, it's like, wait a minute, is that right? Where we have two of this two curved lines going this direction and one going the other, and yes, we do, because that's just how it works out. And then, like I said, I like to sometimes do one side and then the other side because it makes sense. Oh, and then this one is going to come from the other side like that. Oh, and then up here, right? Yes. And there we go. Then it can be decorated. I like how she did this in her step out with just these little straight lines, but you can decorate it however you wish. But I like this look. And then let me show you the second way. So I have two step outs for this. One I called, this one is like border style. And then the second one I called in the round, because that's what it looks like. And let me just show you. We'll decorate this. You know what? Maybe we'll decorate this, shade it, and then I will do that one just as a little bonus. Because, while it's, it's the same tangle, it's just a little bit different because of the way it's laid out. So even if you just do that, because of course you don't have to do shading if you don't want to. It really does add nice life to it. And my light, well, no, my light, that's not my light. My camera just wanting to adjust itself continually. Let's yuck. There we go. Look, that way I look like a live person. All right, here is a way to shade this. Of course, because this looks like a big wave, and it's tucking in side or going under the other shapes. So of course we can start there. And I'm just, because I'm using such a little tile. This is a 2" by 2" bijou tile from Zentangle. And even if I didn't do anything else, that has a neat effect. It makes these kind of look more like it's really weaving in and out. But we just can't leave this alone. So I'm going to put some graphite on either side of these. They kind of look like eyes, capital eyes. And then, let's see. And I don't remember where I was playing with it, but you could also have the graphite be a little lighter here and then darker here, or vice versa. But because we're going different directions, it's not really competing. That was the worry that I had with it, was, it's going to just make it all look gray, and we don't want that either. But this both ends, and then creating that gradient towards the center. And then it really looks like these are wrapped around this ribbon that is just flowing through. And of course, you can have fun with the orbs, fill them in, or just leave them. Completely up to you. All right, so now we have that. To do it in the round, as I'm calling it, I'm going to do. I'm really tempted to do more, but I would have to figure that out, so I'm not going to. Here's, if you have a challenge with putting orbs in a circular shape, and for this you do need to have an even number. And so here's the easy way to do it. Is I'm going to put, an orb going north, south, east, west. And then you see, it kind of makes a box sort of. So if I come up in this center-ish, doesn't have to be exact, but up a little bit, like so. So I kind of have a triangle there. I could have made that one a little bit bigger. But same idea each side. So you're just going up and in the center. Then what you end up with is a pretty decent circle. So you can, if it helps, you can figure out how you could do more. Actually, if I was really good and maybe this was a little bigger, I could probably fit 2. Personally, I work best with something like this and then subdividing, and that's it. If I have to subdivide it into like thirds or putting 2, I just have to think about it too much. So I avoid it. at least for these Quickie videos. All right, then in the center, what you want to make sure is to have half of the number of orbs that you have around. So because I have 8, and I'm not going to worry about where they're placed, I'm just going to put a cluster of 4 kind of in the center like so. The neat thing about this tangle is if it's off a little bit, it just makes it a little extra whimsical, and it looks totally cool, so we don't have to worry about it. Then start wherever you want, and it's the same concept. So that first figure that we did, that's what we're going to do here. So I'm just picking this orb, doing the takeoff and land like this. Then this one will go to here. There we go. Right? Yes. Okay. The difference with this one from this one is we're going to do all of them the same all the way around. Where this we alternated, if we're doing it in the round, we're not. So it's so we're creating, this one will have 4 of these interesting triangles, as I'm calling them, because I can't think of anything else to call them. And that's what they kind of look like. And again, the takeoff and land is a nice idea because it just adds some flow versus if you just, start here anywhere and then end here anywhere. There's just something about when you trace over a little bit and then land by tracing over a little bit. Ooh, I almost put that one in the wrong area, wrong place. It would have just ended up being interesting then. Okay? And then same idea is this when we're doing the other. This one too might be a little bit easier to see. So all of these triangle shapes, and you can do it either way. I think on my step out, I have us doing this, which we could do. We'll do that for now. If it's easier for you to complete the triangle, you could do that first. But like I said, I think on my step out, I have us doing this part first. And you can do each section in line if you want to. You don't have to do it like this and then come back and do the other. It's completely up to you. I like to do it because it's just, I'm doing one stroke. I don't have to think until I'm done with that stroke, and then we move on to the next stroke. And it's that also aids in the meditative qualities of Zentangle when we do stuff like that. So it's just helpful. And there we go. Can shade it similar, have even more fun. I do like I saw where some did this where they aura'd. the inside, and so you can just go as far as it will allow you to go. And in the description section, as I'm finishing this, you will find links to my versions of the step out, and then also a link to Shelley's step out. And on hers, and this is what I did earlier. I didn't scroll all the way down when I was looking at hers, and so I almost missed entirely this one. And I was like, oh goodness! So I was glad that I did find it, and then we got to do that fun as well. So once you get to the one step out and a sample, keep scrolling so you can see. And what's nice is you can see her beautiful artwork as well, which gives you ideas on ways to finish the tangle. And like I said, it's neat to see from her perspective. And while I'm drawing these lines, let me add below the step out links in the description section, you will find ways to connect with me if you wish to. As I mentioned, which I will, I'll finish these and then I'll show you. Every week on Thursday, unless I have something weird in my schedule, which doesn't happen very often, and then I just shift it to a different day. But I do I call it Tangle Time, and I do 2 sessions. I'm in Michigan, so we're on Eastern Time. So I do an hour session at 11 a.m. and then at 7 p.m. And this is what we do. We pick a tangle. This one was a little bit more complicated. Usually, I try to make the Thursday ones more on the easy side. And I have once a month that I call Tough Tangle Tuesday, where this one should have been. But it's all good. We had a lot of fun with it in any case, and that's what we do. So if you'd like to join in on some extra tangling fun, we would love to have you. We have a really great community that has developed over the last couple years online, and like I said, those ones are free. I do have 2 a month that I charge for. Actually, I 1 or 2, because I did just start doing some things exclusively for my Tangle Addicts membership club, and information on all of that is on the website. I appreciate those that support me in taking the classes that I charge for, because that helps me to do this as well, and it is a lot of fun. Let me also mention, because I just realized I haven't mentioned it in a while, on my website, if you're looking for Zentangle original tiles and things, you can't buy those. Well, no, there are just one brand, Sakura, has some kits that Zentangle has allowed them to license and sell, and you might see that in your craft store. But if you want to get Zentangle, like I said, the tiles or anything, I do have on my site. I think it's if you look in the big menu, it says buy Zentangle supplies or something, and then there's a link that you have to click. It says click here for my store for Zentangle original supplies. I also have a link to Dick Blick, so I have an affiliate. I'm in their affiliate program. So if you need to shop for supplies, you're going to do it anyway. I appreciate you doing it through me, because that helps out a lot. So, all right. So if you like this, if you enjoyed it, would love to have a thumbs up. Feel free to share it, and if you like it enough to see more, I would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Of course, that is free, and I already mentioned everything that is in the description section, so I don't need to go over that again. I thank you so much for watching, and just to let you know too, any of the the like, share, putting in comments, that helps with the YouTube's algorithm stuff, and where it tells them, oh, this person liked this video, oh, so maybe this person may also like this video, and then they put the suggestions out there, and it helps to get the word out about my video. So I appreciate that. All of the above. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.